Hello, hello, and welcome to this week's episode of The Hard Choice. Simple steps for showing up. My name is Brad Draper. Can you imagine that? Look at the studio. I'm at a different place, different house, different environment, feeling it out, Welcome to life. We have so many opportunities to progress forward. And this is just a temporary, my camera happens to be here because we're doing other podcasts. But that's kind of life, right? In life, you pivot, you adapt, you move forward with what you have. Could I bring it back to my house? Of course. However, I got a friend right over there that she's watching what I'm doing because she's trying to learn. What is the best way to learn and get to where you're trying to go the quickest? It's to have a mentor. It's to have somebody that's been to where you're trying to go and ask them on their way back. Old Chinese proverb. Chinese proverb. My mouth is not working. I had really spicy pickles and they were yummy, but it's making my mouth salivate. But as usual, I'm grateful for you. I'm grateful for our interaction. I'm grateful for your communication with me and our ability to connect. You're the best. I am here for you. And I hope you know that. I hope you feel that. I hope this translates to you from me on this side of the camera. However, as always, my stories come because of an experience. I was on my bike. It's kind of been the running theme lately, right? I've been on my bike. That's kind of where I think. That's where I'm connecting with God. I'm moving and I'm exercising. I'm moving this body. Side note, plug in, shameless plug. You should be moving your body. You should be exercising. You should be connecting with whatever that means to you. Think about that. Where are you connecting in your life? But I'm on my bike. I'm riding. It's 5:30 in the morning. It's dark. And I don't normally see anybody riding. Maybe I see the same 2 or 3 people on my bike ride every time I ride. And I'm riding and I see a bike light in front of me. I'm like, oh, a fellow rider. So I proceed to pass him because that was what I wanted to do, right? I wanted to overcome him and pass him and be like, I win. And I notice it is a guy on kind of a beach cruiser style bike. He's got saddlebags. He's wearing New Balance, white New Balance. That tells you a lot about that man. He is in basketball shorts. He's in a t-shirt, got his helmet on with the little side visor, rear view mirror on his helmet. He's got his headlight. He's just pumping along. He's cruising. He's out clearly for fitness. And most of the time in the cycling community, in most communities, you see people that are very neophytic in what they're doing, or they're neophytes. They're very new. They are so new that they have no idea what they're doing. And then you have people that are very advanced. And then you have people with money that are very neophytic, but appear to not be because they have the money to overcome it. My very first thought was, he's brand new in this. He'll figure it out. As I passed him very quickly. We're on very different bikes, very different body structures. And then my initial thought right after that was, it's 5:30 in the morning. 5:30. Most people have never seen that time on their alarm clock. It's 5:30 in the morning. He is outside. He's not by his house, clearly. So he's been out for at least a minute. And this man is doing what he's trying to do to move his body. The same thing I opened this whole episode up with. He's trying to further himself and he's not letting excuses get in the way. How many times have you sat down and said, I would, but I don't have the right bike. I would, but I don't have the right gear. I don't have those road kits like those people I see on the side of the road. I don't have that kind of bike. I don't have this. I don't have that. Whatever your excuse might be, how many times have you done that? My guess is probably quite a few times. But here's this man. 5:30 in the morning, getting after his workout. It doesn't matter that he wasn't going as fast. He was still getting his workout in. He was still moving his body. He was still trying to progress this mortal frame that he is. And then I proceed down the trail listening to podcasts. I typically listen to podcasts and such when I'm exercising, both in the gym and on road biking, mountain biking. I'm listening to podcasts or books. It's my time to move my brain while I'm moving my body. And then I see a taillight half a mile ahead. This is very unusual. 2 taillights in the same day. I can't tell you the last time I've even seen a taillight all year. And I decide to sprint and catch up. So I sprint and I catch up, and then I pass. And then I had the thought, maybe you should slow down and ride with this person. Maybe you should congratulate them because they were on a much nicer bike. They were wearing all the things. He had all the technology. And so I slowed down and let him catch up. And I said, you're doing very well. I noticed that you were on the second ring on your chain. You've learned to not cross chain. You must be a little bit more of an advanced rider. He said, not really. I'm actually fairly new. And I learned the cross chain check trick. Yep. That's a tongue twister. Cross chain trick. There we go. Fairly early on. And he had all the stuff. Super nice bike, super nice tech, super nice everything. But he was still fairly new in his training. And as we're going, to give you a frame of reference, my normal pace on this route is about 20 miles an hour. And I said, hey, what's your pace? And where are you going? I said, I'm going about 2 or 3 miles down the road. I said, so am I. Let's ride together. That'd be awesome. What's your pace? He said, right now I'm doing 13 miles an hour on average. I said, that's awesome. Is this your normal pace? He said, this is. Perfect. Let's do this. And he proceeded to tell me he'd only been out 6 times that year. And we had a fantastic experience. I had fantastic conversations. The time went by very, very quickly because when you're with people, you have a great time and time passes by quickly. But we got to share stories and get to know one another and how cool that is. But if I went into both of these experiences, both with the man in the t-shirt and basketball shorts or the man that had all the stuff, both of which were fairly new, one, I would not have an experience of having these wonderful conversations with this human. But two, more importantly, you don't have the opportunity to influence others. You don't have the opportunity to help. I could have blown past them and continued on my ride with my podcast and gotten my workout in. Did I still get a workout in? Absolutely, because I got to climb like 700 feet of elevation to my house. I still got a workout in. Was it the same type of workout? No. Was it longer time on trail? Yes. So calorically, I burned about the same. Don't be so stuck in your ways to say this is the way. I could have been like, I got to get my workout in. I got to move. I got to get what I had planned done. Conversely, you ever thought about the fact that you might be on the road at that time going in this direction to intersect with that person? That person might need you. You might need that person. And in fact, that person might need you and you need you to meet that person, to give you opportunities. Don't be so stuck with your nose on the grindstone, focused on what you're doing that you miss everything around you. We have so much beauty to behold on our path, on our journey, on the things that we're doing, but we fail so often to actually look around. Maybe you should pause. Maybe you should look back. I have an entire episode on looking back. See how far you've come and see with that knowledge and that wisdom and the application of both of them, maybe you should share it. Maybe you should bless other people's lives on your path. I could have stopped and talked to the man in t-shirt and basketball shorts. Didn't feel inclined to, wasn't impressed to. I continued on my way. But I was impressed to stop and talk to the man on the nice bike with the nice technology that was moving considerably slower. He had quite a few skills and quite a few tactics that taught me that he knew what he was doing, but he was physically not in the shape of somebody that can go much faster. Clearly, he still knew. The reality is we're all new at things. It's just what level of new are you? If you think you have it all figured out, chances are you have none of it figured out. And the more you learn, the more you realize how little you actually know. It's so important to shed knowledge on others, to move your needle, but move other people's needle too. To get out on your bike, quote unquote, your bike, whatever that looks like, to move your body to help others. And then along this idea of helping others, my nephew texted me 2 days ago. He's 16, hopefully 16. And he's got a girlfriend and he doesn't like his physique. And he says, hey, Uncle Brad, Can you help me? Well, of course I can help you. And it's so impressive that he chose to ask. And I was honored to help him with his nutrition plan and his workout plan and ways to make him feel strong and to move his needle. But here's the more important lesson. Here is a 16-year-old that was willing to think, ponder, and say, this is where I'm at. This is where I want to go. Who has been there and who can I ask for help? I just so happen to be his uncle. But we have that in all the things in our lives. If you want to go fast, go alone. If you want to go far, go with a team. That is so true even with your mentors. I have the blessed opportunity to help people that are incarcerated. These people are unable to come to me, so I go to them. And some of them choose to ask the mentors questions to move their needle, and some close down. When opportunities present themselves, are you open and ready to seize the opportunity? As I say in this podcast, over the 2.5 years, where you focus, you find. If you're looking for help, you're going to find it. If you're looking for mentors, you're going to find them. If you're looking to move your needle, you're going to find it. And then conversely, your thoughts precede your actions and your actions precede your opportunities. It's as we have these thought process, we're thinking, we're meditating, we're pondering, we're praying, we're doing these things. And then a thought pops in. Hey, maybe you should slow down. Maybe you should ride with that guy that you just passed. Maybe you need him. Maybe he needs you. Thought, action, action, opportunity. I got to ride with a man and meet a new friend, and we might be going out on more rides. Who knows? Maybe, maybe not. But the opportunity is there. And then from that opportunity, more thoughts are going to come, and more actions and more opportunity. Opportunity doesn't show up in your life. You create it. And it is created by your actions that were preceded by your thoughts. So where you focus, you find. Keep that always in the forefront of your mind. Always have this idea that opportunity is right there. As one of my mentors says, you are one knock, one opportunity, one meeting, one phone call, one text from your entire life changing. Why not the next one? How about you choose, as I said, I don't know, 2 or 3 episodes ago, this day to be the day that everything changed? Because it is. It is your only opportunity to do anything. Yesterday's gone. 2 seconds ago is gone. What I just said when you're listening to this, that's gone. And what I'm about to say, it's not here yet. It's not actually real. It's only what I'm saying now in this recording. It is only what you're doing now, not what you planned to do, not what you did. Those are gone. It's just now. So right now is the time that you can look back and say, that's the time that everything changed. I want you to ponder on these. I want you to think about these. I want you to have these conversations, because that's how you move your needle faster. Don't leave it internally. Send it out to the world. Bless others and bless yourself in doing so. Find me on socials, Mr. Brad Draper. Easy to find. It's that on every single platform. Reach out. I'd love to have a conversation. I love having conversations. They light me up. It is the reason I do this show. So reach out. Let's talk. Let's grow together. And download it for future listenings. Like this thing, subscribe to it, download it for future listenings. Until next week, I love you guys. Bye.